At some point, most actors are going to feel like leaving the business. So, yeah, this is a hard business. You might come to a point where you're saying, I want to quit. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Even if you do, you can always come back. The business isn't going anywhere. If you need a break, you can take it. There's a lot of reasons why you might need a break. Maybe financial pressure. Maybe you need to get a 9 to 5 and you can't spend money on classes and subscription services and the things that are needed to keep your career going. Maybe you've lost your passion for it. Why did you want to become an actor? Maybe you only wanted fame. It's all right, but it's really not going to keep you going. So maybe you're just burned out. You just can't take another no. You're a little sick of the rejection or a lot sick of the rejection. It's okay to step away. It's okay to surrender for a little bit. Again, the business will always be here. You can always come back. You can go out and get new skills. Every new skill, every bit of life experience is going to make you a better actor. Maybe you want to step away and have a family. It's okay. You can do both, but maybe you don't want to do both. Maybe you want to do one thing at a time. This is your life. Don't let anybody else tell you how you're supposed to be doing it. I will tell you that if you can afford it or you want to, or it's still in your heart, practicing acting, getting involved in a local community theater, taking a class, going and helping somebody with a student film or a friend with a project and staying creative, that's fantastic. I would suggest that you keep doing that, but only if your heart's in it. There are many ways to be creative, and you might find yourself fulfilled in other ways. I was an actor for 25, 30 years, maybe not that long, before I stopped to become a full-time teacher. I love teaching. Everybody's always asking me if I'm still gonna be acting. I don't pursue it anymore. Like sometimes when I'm on set, a director wants me to do a scene or something, that's fine. But I loved it. I wouldn't have taken any of it back, and now I'm absolutely creatively fulfilled with my acting. Reframe it like it was for me. It's a choice. It was a choice. I chose, I didn't want to be competing with my students. I didn't want to show up at an audition and have one of my students that I'd coached reading for the same project. I just thought for me, that didn't work. When you take a step back, if you want to quit, if you want to, I like to think about it as a surrender. That's okay. That's your choice. It's not a failure. There's so many things in life. You can't do everything at the same time. So enjoy your creative spirit. Remember, again, I'm going to keep coming back to it. Business will always be here for you. I have a student who's in his 70s, was a lawyer for years until he graduated, and now he's following his passion. He loved being a lawyer, but he's really a song and dance man, as he said to me. So he's having it all. He came back to it when the time was right for him to come back to it. I read a lot of actor memoirs or a lot of actor biographies, a lot of interviews in magazines or podcasts. And a lot of times you'll hear an actor say, this was going to be my last job. This was the last audition, and then I was going to go home. I decided to go home. And then they book it. So I know in the back of your head, you're thinking, okay, how do I fake quit so I can get the job that was going to be my last audition? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. But honestly, what I think in those instances, and we don't ever know if that's accurate or if they're just reflecting back on those moments and reframing it for themselves. But even if it's true, I think what's happened is you've released some of your desire on the outcome. You're letting it go, as I will say all the time to the students. They're letting go of that result. Okay, I'm going to do this and move on. And so there's something wonderful and magical and powerful in that, in the letting go. And remember, if you have a passion for acting, if acting's your why, again, if money and fame are your why, you're not going to be satisfied even if you become a star. I promise you. But good luck to you. If your why is that you're an artist and you love creating and you love connecting with people through stories and storytelling, that's always going to be there for you. And maybe you'll discover that you're an amazing writer or editor or director or parent. Who knows? But it's not always a bad thing, and it can be your choice. When you're ready to do whatever is your choice, and if coming here to LA was to become an actor and you want to continue that journey, we've got classes for you in person or online. And I'll see you next week. And like, comment, subscribe. And a lot of times people don't talk about how hard the business can be and when they're thinking about things like this. So if you've had that experience, have had a friend, have gotten over it, have come back to the business refreshed, drop that in the comments, please. I would love to hear from you. I'll see you next week. There's something else I want to say on this. What else? That's hilarious.